everyone, Carlo here. Welcome to my dedicated watch channel. To those who don't know, I have my primary channel that talks about sneakers and tech, but in this YouTube channel, we just talk about my other passion, which is watches. And in the last episode, we did an unboxing of this. This is the Seiko 5 Street Fighter limited edition Ryu watch. So we had a lot of fun with it, talked about the features, talked about the different references to Ryu from Street Fighter 5. In today's episode, we're going to talk about another watch in that series. This is the Seiko 5 Sports Street Fighter 5 limited edition Ken. I think they're calling it the Rush and Blaze watch, inspired of course by Ken Masters from Street Fighter 5. Let's go! Just realized when I was reviewing the video of my review of the Ryu watch that I didn't even bother to show you the actual box. So yeah, so this is the box of the watch. So all of the Street Fighter series from Seiko come in this black box. You have the Seiko logo in gold at the top, and if you pop the box open, you have some sort of like foam, and then you have the Street Fighter 5 logo in gold, which looks really nicely done, and of course you have the actual piece. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Seiko 5 Sports Automatic Street Fighter 5 limited edition Ken watch. Now, before we talk about the features of the watch, the technical specifications, let's talk about the references and the inspiration of obviously behind the design of the watch. Now, this is just by taking a look at it, the color is obviously inspired by number one, the hair of Ken, his blonde hair, thus the gold trimmings around the bezel, the crown, and even the accents and the second and the minute hands are all in gold. The next is the black and red motif. If you take a look at the costume of Ken in Street Fighter 5, he actually wears his gi, upper gi down, and he wears a black tight fit shirt with red trimmings around it, which is very similar to how they did the design of the face of the watch as well as the bezel. So the black and red, how the red like accents and traces the markers, that is very reminiscent to the design of Ken's shirt in, well, Street Fighter 5. If you take a look at the back of the strap, let me just make sure that the camera captures it properly. So that over there, that M, is actually the logo of the Masters Foundation, which was a charitable organization which was put up by the parents of Ken. And it's just a nice addition to the watch, because if you actually take a look at the story of Ken, it is a really beautiful story of a guy that was just really built on rivalry with Ryu, like a spoiled brat sent off to train, and then he got into a fierce competition with this rival. He then eventually became, like a family man and became more mature. He even trained Sean, I think in Street Fighter. I forgot which Street Fighter series that was. But I guess putting the Ken Masters Foundation here is just a nice touch to show how the character matured through the series. If you take a look at the case back, just with the Ryu watch, it is transparent, so you can see the automatic movement of Seiko underneath it. And you do have the big logo of Street Fighter 5. One nice touch is that you have the move sequence written over here of Ken's signature move, which is the Dragon Punch of Shoryuken. So it's forward, down, forward. I still remember it. I still remember the times I would use that move, and I was still playing a lot of Street Fighter when I was young. So it's nice to have that there. And just beneath it, you can actually see the limited edition number. There are 9,999 watches per watch. So there are only 9,999 Ken watches, 9,999 Ryu watches, and so on. This one so happens to be 3,867. If you ask me, if you make a watch 9,999 pieces, it's not really limited in the sense. It's kind of like a general mass release already, but hey, that's nice. So that's it for the Ken Masters inspiration. Now let's talk about the watch. This is your typical Seiko 5 sports watch. It has the 4R36 automatic movement of Seiko, which has manual winding as well as 41 hours of power reserve. The crystal over here is kind of disappointing, because after paying like almost 20,000 pesos, you would think they'd use sapphire, but they still use hardlex crystal for the case. It's not as scratch resistant as sapphire, which is a bit of a letdown. Diameter wise, the watch is 42.5 millimeters, thickness is 13.4 millimeters, and overall length is 46 millimeters. Other features include 10-bar water resistance, day-date complication, and a stop second-hand function. So should you buy the Seiko Street Fighter Ken watch? Well, like what I mentioned in the Ryu review, they're really just expensive for Seiko 5 watches, so buy them if you are massive fans of Street Fighter. I wouldn't recommend actually that you buy the entire set unless you're like super hardcore. But if Street Fighter played like a really fun time in your life, and you have a specific favorite character, then now is one of the best times to own like a piece of that childhood and put it on your wrist. So if you're a Ryu fan, if you're a Ken fan, if you're a Blanca fan, a Chun-Li fan, a Zangief fan, a Guile fan, there are watches. Those are the watches available in this particular collection. Now, if you want a whole set, you can actually buy it. They are available at Tokyo, one of my favorite multi-brand watch stores. They carry G-Shock, Casio, as well as Seiko. My favorite two branches are the newly one open in Promenade and the second floor branch over at Podium. If you buy the whole set, you get a discount. So for completists out there, you might want to check them out. If you missed my earlier review of the Ryu watch, I'll link it down below. And that's actually it for today's episode. I hope you guys are doing good, and I hope that you all have a great week ahead. More vlogs coming soon. This is Carlo signing out. Peace, God bless. What's up? Boom.